Is Kieran going to steal Ruby from James?
Yeah, this question always comes. I mean, at some point, I think Kieran has to see if he's watching out for himself too. So of course he'd like to get to with Ruby, but also I think in the second season he sees something in James that we already saw like in season 1, but also in season 2. Kieran realizes that he might not be such a bad guy, and that's also what it's about.
Yes, actually, I have a question about it because can you imagine spending 3 or even more hours in one car with James? What would you guys talk about?
I think in like the first half an hour, we would just sit in silence, and then maybe we would fight a bit. But at the end, like at the last half or like last 20 minutes, I think they would probably make up and start to be friends. So they would like go the whole roller coaster of emotions in the car ride. But that would actually be very funny to see what would happen.
From enemies to friends, actually.
Yeah, from enemies to friends.
Kieran's attraction to Ruby is quite obvious, but is it the only thing that defines him in his character?
No, he has a lot of things. I think he's also a great friend, but not only to Ruby, but also to Lynn and anyone else that gets close to him, and he's very loyal. And yeah, he has a I think he also has a funny side to him and a very clumsy side. And all of these nuances, they kind of make the character which he is at the end.
So could you describe your character in 3 words?
Yeah, so clumsy is definitely a word I would include. Nerdy and loyal. I think loyalty is very important for him.
But do you consider Kieran as a kind of nice guy, or is he some other type of man?
No, yeah, I think he's, people would say that he's the nice guy. And, I mean, yeah, nice guys finish last, and I think Kieran is no exception.
Did you have any situation on set that makes you stressed out? So nervous?
Yeah, that's a good question. I had one, scene, I don't know if I can tell. I mean, we're gonna see it at the premiere because I think it's in episode 2. And it was like a scene written for me, and this was different from season 1. And I really wanted to make it work because they included some comedic elements, which I acted them, but it wasn't that comedic intent. There wasn't a comedic intent. But in the second season, there were some scenes where there were comedic intent, and I really wanted to make it work. So it's also a bit funny. And yeah, I mean, I'm really curious what you guys think if it worked or not.
What do you think makes Maxton Hall a little bit different than the other series? Because we had a lot of series or films about mean and wealthy children. So what makes Maxton Hall a little bit different?
Well, to be honest, I haven't seen much of the rival series. But what I think works quite well for Maxton Hall is the chemistry that everyone has amongst themselves. I think it's a great casting. And yeah, we just we made a lot of really good choices, and at the end, every little nuance that was done right brings together the show and the look. And we have a great director, Martin, who also loves like the American look, and I think he also contributed to the whole international vibe. And yeah, I think everyone is really involved in that, and everyone should get credits for it, and that's why it's such a success.
But do you think it's the only love story, or is it something more than Ruby and James?
Yeah, I mean, of course, it's also about friendship, it's about loyalty, it's about intrigues between the families. I think it's more than just James and Ruby, and it's interesting to see what kind of loads other characters are packing. And I think the second season also enlightens that a bit.
So how would you encourage people to watch second season of Maxton Hall?
yeah, we'll just encourage them and tell them that it's quite a good show, and they should give it a chance because people are really taking it serious. And yeah, I think even though it isn't my genre, I think it's really well done, and I binged it too, and I liked it. So if I can watch it, then I think everyone can watch it.